it looks like the South American teams, they have been cooking down there, and they have been waiting for this opportunity to showcase. So they have this opportunity, and the weather is also favoring them. And
I swear, I'm saying this again. Inter won't beat River Plate.
Good.
Because River Plate won't be eliminated in the group stage. But Inter won't beat River Plate. So Inter should hope and pray that Urawa Reds can hold Monterrey for them. If it doesn't happen that way, then it should be a different Inter Milan team. If it's not a different Inter Milan team, it means Inter Milan won't be able to qualify to the round 16 of the competition.
Very, very shocking. It will be very shocking.
Yeah, it'll be shocking to the world, but not shocking to me.
Yeah.
And I'm Pacho. Atletico Madrid players stand one. Julian Alvarez. If you Copa Libertadores.
Yeah, if you River Plate in the back.
Moment for this, Argentina playing friends.
Rodrigo De Paul.
So they had the quality before he went to buy them. You have the money, they have the quality. In case you cannot ever convince someone. So that doesn't mean you are better than them. I've always said this: if you want quality players, you go straight. Maybe talent in one. You go Brazil.
And that's why
Brazil, not Africa. Talent in one.
And that's
you
why
have the money to push them and then bring them to your league to make your league very beautiful, enticing, competitive. And yes, they are better. Atletico Madrid are the first European team to be eliminated in the 2025 FIFA World Cup. FIFA Club World Cup. A very unwanted record for them. And elsewhere, Atletico Madrid are also the same first European team to beat a South American side in this 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. Yes, it is a great record, but it's unwanted. After beating Botafogo in their third match of the FIFA Club World Cup, they were still eliminated, accumulating 6 points. Botafogo also had 6 points. Paris Saint-Germain had 6 points. So Seattle Sounders were the whipping boys of the group. They lost to all of these three opponents, and they are out of the competition. And this is a team who played all 3 matches at their home turf. What happened wrong? It's the depth in quality. So the recent match, Atletico Madrid beating Botafogo by a goal. They needed to score Botafogo at least 3 goals. But this is a Botafogo side who had won their first 2 matches against Sanders and then beat PSG by a goal to 0. So it wouldn't come that easy, as we've seen these South American clubs perform in this competition. So PSG, Botafogo are the 2 teams to have qualified to the round 16 of the competition. Atletico Madrid, back to Spain, they are supposed to focus on Wanda Metropolitano. What Simeone is supposed to build ahead of the 2025-2026 season. Would they compete against Madrid and Barca for the La Liga title? Probably we see if they are going to make some new acquisitions, because what I see in the team, there's one or two things where them for do make you see the team. So Madrid also beats Pachuca, making sure they record their first win in the 2025 Club World Cup. And then Chelsea lost to Flamengo by 3-1. To me, it is not news. To some people, it is news. Because I told my personal person in the studio, Kobo, that Massa, Chelsea munti me Flamengo. Kobo neme Corbett. Minim so beka neme Corbett. Say Flamengo, Chelsea will beat Flamengo. And I'm just, what's I mean Kasa Bibri? O kana ba idi? Men Kasa Bibri. Chelsea scored the first goal in the game. Flamengo came from behind, defeated them by 3-1. Their striker, Nicolas Jackson, coming from the bench, got a red card. Nicolas Jackson has a red card near 9 there. On one country is a born on beam. But this is how the details of the Club World Cup happened. Recent match was between Al Ahly and then Porto. 4-4. 4-4. Al Ahly Porto. And was a hat-trick for him. My main man, Abu Ali, the Palestine striker, Abu Ali, scored a hat-trick in that game. And great performance from Rodrigo Mora, and Omoro Dion also coming from the bench to score a spectacular header. Very great game with 8 goals recorded. Elsewhere, Palmeiras against Inter Miami, 2-2. Inter Miami have played 3 matches. They haven't lost. Kobo said Inter Miami, they won't beat anybody. But Inter Miami have been able to draw against Palmeiras, draw against Al Ahly, and beating Porto, coming from behind to beat Porto. 5 points they accumulated, 5 points Palmeiras accumulated to give Palmeiras top of the table. Inter Miami second, Porto third, Al Ahly fourth. So that is how the Group A and Group B standings have been. So 2 teams or 4 teams who have already qualified to the next round of the competition: Inter Miami, Palmeiras, Paris Saint-Germain, and Botafogo. Let me go straight to Kobo and let's delve deeper into happiness. Me person catch Chelsea once and Kobo, you be Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
Where you defend Chelsea special Flamingo, Chelsea special Flamingo.
That be off
this
camera.
This is where we did now.
That be off camera.
Yeah, that be off camera.
So
someone to me call camera.
So a good say you don't get any evidence where you go fit use against me.
Yeah, you say you talk or you not talk.
I go fit tap here then talk here, I not talk anything.
Okay, you talk or you not talk.
I not talk anything.
Okay.
So yeah, that be off camera.
So
Nobody go fit talk say go fit put some videos say Kobo talks say this, Kobo talks to this. But if you don't make a talk about the Chelsea,
I won't make you talk about them.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think it was a tactical error from Enzo Maresca. I don't know what he was trying to do in that particular game, because coming into the Club World Cup, he made it clear that this is not, even though they are playing in America, it looks like a preseason to the next season, but this is not a preseason game, and they are coming in this particular tournament hard to come and compete. Yeah. But after the loss against Flamengo, it's like some of his utterances is looking like he just, I almost bought some preseason. But that is what he is trying to portray.
That is why he was very, very keen on getting the sign of Liandela before the tournament started.
Yeah.
Because when he saw Kwako compete,
so when he says that, I don't agree with him, because how can you, because you lost to Flamengo, you want to say something, bro? Come and accept it. Say you're both from. Don't come and tell we, Charlie, we tried many things. We are trying to try new things. You try new things.
Moraho. Chelsea fans, Moraho.
In a big... Oh, yeah. If you ask any Chelsea fan, he will tell you.
But why were you people very confident going to be Flamengo?
Raho, not because Flamengo beat we. Okay. But Raho, because we no go top the group.
Why won't you top the group?
Because Flamengo has already qualified.
Flamengo actually, we need 2 matches.
Yeah, because in the Club World Cup, it is head-to-head.
It is goal difference first before.
No. It is head-to-head first before goal difference. And that is why Flamengo has qualified.
So why did Atletico Madrid not qualify?
The Atletico Madrid not qualify because it then gets
it'll be goal difference.
Like goal difference. Atletico Madrid.
Goal difference first, head-to-head second.
Because so far score is telling me head-to-head first before goal difference.
Atletico Madrid have beaten Botafogo.
Yeah.
Qualify
head-to-head. Yeah.
It is goal difference first, then head-to-head
because
second.
as we speak.
And before Chelsea can win, it means Flamengo should lose their third game.
And then Chelsea win more with more goals.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, LA. And it is not going to be possible. And so the reason why Chelsea fans vex be say, it go hard to say Chelsea go chop first. Because I don't see LA scoring Flamengo.
It can happen though.
But I don't.
But the
chances be like 90-10.
It's 70-30.
Because LA will come in without, they don't have anything to lose.
Yes, because almost home. So something for their fans.
They don't have anything to lose. But Flamengo will not sit there, allow LA to win them, and then they will become second in the group. How else they have beaten Chelsea? I don't see that happening. So the reason why Chelsea fans vex be say Chelsea no go top the group, and if Chelsea doesn't top the group, Chelsea is likely to meet Bayern Munich in the round of 16. That means say Chelsea come out to be that.
Why Chelsea come out? Chelsea not go fit score Bayern.
Oh, as I sit here, Chelsea fans are not giving say Chelsea go come out Bayern. I would rather meet Bayern Munich in the semi-final, quarter-final, rather than meeting Bayern Munich. That is why it is a tournament. The parents,
anything can
go in your favor. The parents, it's like it goes in your favor, because as at yesterday, the parents was that Chelsea will meet Bayern Munich as expected in the round of 16.
That is if Bayern Munich top and Chelsea are second.
Yeah, Chelsea will meet.
That is going to happen.
Yeah, Chelsea
because
will meet.
Bayern already have 6 points.
They have 6 points.
They're playing against
Benfica. Benfica have 4 points. So if Benfica win against Bayern,
unless Benfica beats Bayern,
which Charlie
it's not high. It looks unlikely.
Unlikely.
Yes, but because Bayern Beppe so very first.
You see, so if Chelsea meet Bayern, as at yesterday, PSG was going to meet Chelsea or Bayern in the quarterfinals. Okay. But right now, PSG has been first, or PSG chopped first. So PSG go the other way around. So it is tournament. Parents go in your favor. You bob. Yeah. So that'll be why Chelsea fans vex. And then the tactical error of Enzo Maresca. You have 2 right backs, and you are playing a right back as a midfielder. Whilst you have 5 midfielders in a team. You have Enzo Fernandez, you have Moises Caicedo, you have Romeo Lavia, you have Dario Esugo, and you have Andre Santos. He has not played a game in this particular tournament. You have all these midfielders, and you are playing a right back in the midfield.
That is Rich James.
That's Rich James.
But it's not the first time playing Rich James
Yes.
in the midfield.
So
he's tried Rich James in the Premier League.
good. Yeah. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work.
But why are you complaining now?
So I'm complaining because this is a big tournament. This is a big game. Or maybe he underestimated Flamengo.
I'm not sure he will. I doubt he will.
Because Luis Felipe...
You've seen Flamengo play in the tournament, and before you play against such teams, you might have watched previous games of them in their respective countries.
Of course.
You can't come and tell me you underestimated Flamengo.
Because Felipe Luis, the former Chelsea defender who is there.
48 hours, not that.
He said he wasted about 48 hours on Chelsea, watching Chelsea back to back. So it means that he really prepared for the game. Yeah. But Enzo Maresca is rather telling us that he was trying to try new things. And that's why I'm telling you that probably maybe he underestimated Flamengo. Because how would he go fit tell me say you go try new things?
They try new things against Bechem United SFM.
You see, so so Charlie, I don't know how he perceived the game to be. Yeah. All right, I don't know how he perceived the game to be, because you don't do that in a serious tournament, because Flamengo going into this tournament was the toughest opponent in the group. Yeah. So you don't try new things against Flamengo. If you go try new things, it will be early. Yeah. Or let's say Esperance Sportive de Tunis. Yeah. You see, so that's what I'm saying. It was a tactical error. And Nicholas Jackson, very, 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 very unfortunate incident. People they talk say Shedder. If you look at the situation, Shedder, Shedder. But if you check his demeanor very well, coming from the bench, like he vexed already.
Yeah, in the wolf.
I don't know why he vexed.
As this the guy vexed.
Because coming from the bench, it was like 2-1. It was 1-0. Or it was 2-1 rather. 2-1. It was 2-1. Yeah. It didn't look like the boy vexed. Yeah, and I don't know why he vexed. Probably maybe because you don't start. Where the lap start.
You see, you shouldn't be angry if you don't start the game. As them buy the lap, definitely they buy the lap sake of that position.
Yes.
It's either you start or the lap will start. And if the lap they bend, the lap to not go make happy.
No.
So
it be competition.
Yeah.
We they try give you competition. Why you vex?
If you're not vex, the team no be your own.
It no be your own.
I think time at Drogba horn, Shevchenko buy. Not Drogba they bench Shevchenko they play. Baby, you won't say nah.
Drogba came in.
So you just have to
prove Drogba was there, they brought Aneka. Drogba was there, they brought Fernando Torres.
Strikers be braba.
So you would have to, up your game to compete. For vex then come in the game, because looking at the situation now, it be like he vex. That be why Charlie he go chop red card, and then it was a fake.
To be too
it be too much.
A lot of people
I get
the
it.
fact that what be your name?
Delap.
No.
Mikel.
No, yeah, striker. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, Jackson. He's not a good striker. He's not. Please, I've always said. I'll sit here and say again that Delap is not a better player than Jackson.
Oh, that one there. Always at the top.
Delap won't be a better finisher than Jackson.
Yeah, a finisher.
Jackson is a better player in terms of ball carries, 1-2,
controlling the game, linking up play, all rounded. Jackson is better.
So the only thing Jackson should do, or to add to his game, is the chance conversion.
Good.
Because position and everything, Jackson is up there. So if Jackson is able to add the conversion rate to his game, I think it's not going to be a competition between him and Delap. And I've said that if Chelsea wants to compete in the Champions League, they want to compete against the big boys. It is not Delap. Delap is not a player you use to compete against Kylian Mbappe. You don't use Delap to compete against Lewandowski.
Somebody they use Harry Kane.
You use Delap against Harry Kane.
Somebody they use Harry Kane. They use Delap.
It won't happen. Unless you tell me, say, what percent Delap, ebe 15, 20, no one sound ton, 15 million, 60 million, But if you really want to compete for trophies, please, it is not Delap. You have Jackson. You take a player when you say Oba straighter, you would compete with Jackson.
You would go in for an upgrade
straight
over Jackson, and not, so to speak, an average
one level. And I say you are not, he has to work harder before Obe to Jackson.
Charlie,
Anka they are the lap here no. Mama McJew chance that McJew some way because McJew was obviously the best attacker for you in the UEFA Conference League until he got injured. So give him the opportunity, let him play, and he might score a lot of goals for you. So this Chelsea team, I think they are not really here to compete like the Abramovich era. They want to nurture and do their business, sell. They don't care about you, the fans.
They want to just sell.
And coach and
that's the reason why Petrovic is being tipped to be sold. because Petrovic then buy him like 20 something million. No, 16 million. You know they reach 20 safe. Then now if you don't want to sell Petrovic, you go sell like 30 million. So that's like profit. Even Andre Santos safe, if offer come, they go sell him like 50 million. So
it is not where the team is heading
because
as a qualify for the Champions
League. Because as a Chelsea fan, if you tell me the lab they come in and then the lab will be a solution for Chelsea, bro, you have to be serious.
You have to be really serious.
We they go play Champions League. Who did the lab eba? Now the lab, the Flamingos games have the lab started. Charlie, you know they see top. Then they start saying, "Come, people that it chop yellow card."
You see, and yes, I mentioned the lab, and I'm not being biased on Jackson's side. I've watched the lab a couple of times. He's a great player, but he's not a great player to lead the lines for Chelsea in a whole 38 game Premier League matches, in a whole extended format of the UEFA Champions League, in a whole FA Carabao Cup,
the League Cups.
There be any and it is now UEFA Cup be because Chelsea and
Tottenham Hotspur. There's a possibility. There is a possibility, but I don't see it. I don't see it happening, but there's a possibility. If we formit them, and I was saying Chelsea formit Tottenham.
You have not been fair to Tottenham.
I don't know. I don't see that happening.
Most of you use shortcut.
I don't see that happening.
Inter Milan, almost Ura Red Diamonds too.
Yeah. Very very tough game. Inter Milan they struggle. Honestly, Inter Milan they struggle, and I think that it's because of the way the coach is new. He's trying to try new things and all of that.
The coach is deploying the same 3-5-2 formation.
3-5-2, but there's personnels are different, and because now Denzel Dumfries is injured. He's injured. He didn't play. Okay. Marcus Thuram is also injured. He didn't play. So it's like now Stefan de Vrij came in. Mathieu Damien was playing the right wing back role. Okay. So it's like the same system, but the personnels are kind of different and it differs because Esposito is playing ahead of Thuram because Thuram is injured. So let's look at it this way. Thuram and Martinez, they have played for the whole season and then they understand the telepathy between them. And all of a sudden you bring in Esposito to come and pair with Lautaro Martínez. It go struggles more, but at least they were able to win the game because I would be very shocked to see Red Diamonds, winning against Inter Milan or even Inter Milan drawing against Red Diamonds. Charlie,
that's it. Drawn out of a draw. Last minute. They lost.
Carboni came in and then last minute. But the goal Lautaro Martínez scored was very good. That was a striker's goal.
You see, I was saying that Chelsea, if you want to compete, if you give Inter Milan 100 million, you give Lautaro Martínez.
Oh, they go carry give you.
Lautaro Martínez is worth 100 million.
Oh, easily.
He's worth 100 million because he'll give you the goals.
Easily.
But you won't pay 100 million. You will pay 30 million for the lab.
How come you get 30 million for the lab?
This is what you get. Because if Inter or Lautaro Martínez and you lead them to the finals of the UEFA Champions League.
Two times in a row. Two times
within 3 years.
Yeah. 2 times.
So that is what Lautaro Martínez have done. Bayern Munich or Harry Kane, he leads them to the semi-finals of the is it semi-finals?
They have played semi-final.
Quarter-finals.
Yeah.
Inter Milan they buy in
but last season they played against Real Madrid. The one way Real Madrid win the competition against
Madrid them. Yeah.
They played against Real Madrid in the semi-final, and he's been scoring left, right, center for them.
Lewandowski led Barca to semi-finals.
Check all the top European clubs and their strikers option. Top
the lines for them.
Someone has Haaland. He's bringing in Omar Mamouche.
Before round of 16.
You see now he's bringing in Omar Mamouche, and you have Jackson, and you are bringing in Delap.
I hope what they are finding they get it. Maybe Delap would be better, but let's see what happens.
I mean, for it's football, so let's see if it will happen.
Your people to beat Pachuca.
Madrid. Madrid 3-1. Red card, 3-1, and then I think Asensio should cool down. He should be very careful. He's young and he will learn. I get it. I agree.
But I'm gonna see the new Sergio Ramos.
But if you are playing Real Madrid, you have to be very careful.
But some will see the new Sergio Ramos.
I'm gonna say. Madrid for them say the new Sergio Ramos. But we can't sit here and dispute the fact that he's good.
Hey,
he's good.
He's a
very great player. But if you calm down, Charlie, ne too much. Defender, if you calm down. Yeah. What I say, because if you are having Rudiger and you are having Asensio, Charlie, what I say, it's like Rudiger Militao.
Yeah.
So it's good that Den Hausen is in, because he's a calm guy, very, very calm guy. So I think that Asensio should cool down because honestly, if this was against, let's say, Al Hilal B, or let's say, Man City B, or even Bayern Munich B, or a bigger side B,
and I'll put the red card.
And Real Madrid will pay for that. They will punish Real Madrid for that. So I think Asensio should, calm down. He should learn something from Den Hausen.
If I don't tell Asensio to calm down, he doesn't calm down. He'll be on the bench.
Because Charlie, you for calm down. Rudiger,
Militao Beba.
Den Hausen is there.
So you will obviously be the fourth choice. Who knows?
So if I calm down and
you
up
only
the game,
be
Charlie,
ahead of
I cherish the boy so much. He's a very great player, but Charlie, you can't do this because in the first game, he caused the penalty.
Yeah.
And then in the second game, you chop red card. Yeah. Charlie, for happen like that, but great mentality by Real Madrid. They came in a game, and then even after the red card, Jude Bellingham scored a fantastic goal, a left-shotted fantastic goal by Jude Bellingham, and then Charlie, Jude Bellingham open in hands. Charlie, the aura Jude Bellingham, aura Jude Bellingham. So very, very fantastic goal, and then it was a well-worked goal. Yeah. All their goals, the other Goulet goal was also a well-worked goal. So now we can see that, okay, now Alonso, they try do something, and then the boys, they try learn. And Charlie, this time around, I don't see Courtois complaining about Carlo Ancelotti tactics. So I know see because the first game,
man of the match,
and top
performance because great saves, not even normal saves.
Yeah, in the first half, Pachuca had 5 shots on target.
Full time, 11 shots on target.
So Courtois, so always have been saying
it. Considered was even a deflected goal.
Yeah. Always have been saying Charlie Courtois has been saving Real Madrid.
Yes.
He has been saving their ass.
If you don't have a good goalkeeper,
Charlie, you
can't compete.
You go suffer.
Sure.
You go suffer. And
Inter Milan go final or wine.
Soma.
PSG or wine.
Donnarumma.
Bayern Munich or wine.
Bayern Munich has Manuel Neuer.
Madrid or wine.
Courtois. Okay. So all the top teams, Charlie, they get.
Yes, or wine.
Oh no, why? So who Emiliano Martinez?
And I also want
Sanchez.
Okay. Chelsea. You see, it's when Chelsea were competing. When Chelsea had Peter Cech
them, Charlie.
Then again, when you competed in 2021, when you won the Champions League, you had Edward
Mendy, who was doing well. Yeah, very, very
If you don't have a good goalkeeper,
where go save you in critical moments, Charlie, forget about the big trophies.
The only goalkeeper who was not a world-class goalkeeper, no, maybe
an average,
a second behind world-class. Our Modije Champions League, it was Barcelona.
Yeah, Valdes.
Apart from him,
and even
the teams who have won the Champions League, everybody had
even them, they were holding more of the ball.
Yeah.
So Valdes was not getting a lot of shots.
Shots
because Charlie Ball who be more. If Barcelona they play in Barcelona 2012, Barcelona 2015, that I mentioned Charlie Ball no be more. Be more.
Madrid Champions and
Charlie. So Charlie, if you get top goalkeeper there, Charlie, you go feel challenge for big things. But if you don't have top goalkeeper, if you have like the Sanchez, the Onanes, then niggas and that Charlie.
Onana get issue.
Oh, me the Onana there. Man, you people say that the Onana get issue, but Charlie, man, you say that they won't buy your keeper, your Emiliano Martinez.
Yeah. Martinez, it be like he the one left.
I don't know why they want left.
Say Sika. South America, dear Charlie.
If I go chop money, if I go chop money.
Martinez to grow.
Yeah, it grow.
29 is 30 years. Maybe you're doing the also. Or pace can be now the caution the bush.
But Man City too, Charlie. I'm not telling you name against Aline. I'm not telling you them by 6.
I'm not telling you.
Yeah, I'm not telling Juventus team. I'm not telling you against Aline 6-6. Aline, Charlie, I didn't expect Aline to, but I mean quality wise, but Charlie 6 against Juve, 6 against Man City. Yeah.
So nipa ni ntimi ma ni hu so ntimi o.
Yeah.
Born the 6, born the 5, born the 4 no hu so ntimi. Nya afi na nipa na wa show one na wa bra na wa beti one na wa san show one.
Yeah.
There be. Ma ni hu so ntimi.
Oh, Aline.
Titi gen there. Okofi.
Charlie, Okofi 6 against Juve, 6 against, but the most difficult game in the tournament will be Man City versus Juventus. Whoever wins will top the group, and whoever loses that match is going to meet Real Madrid in the quarterfinals.
Man City in Sankusha.
Yeah,
because Madrid Man City film in the Champions League. And say City would want a revenge.
Yeah,
Madrid to won the
revenge.
Madrid was
but now City to do additions. Then do more additions. Ryan Cherky, Tijani Reinders, and then Tenori. So then do more additions. So it will be, a very great game. So whoever lose the game is going to meet Madrid. De Bruta. Atletico Madrid, Charlie. Very, very shocking. Very, very shocking. Like, I was expecting them to qualify from the group, but the performance of Botafogo and the performance of the South American boys in this tournament, it makes, the tournament more tighter. Because now, even the weather is even favoring the South American boys. Because, Charlie, so it's not new. The weather condition is not new, but the European clubs, telling them they suffer. After the cooling break, you see them, with towels and all of that. But the South American boys in the Charlie 247. So
I'm born in November, December, and January. Some also have one. Certain Europeans supposed to move more than we are in active competition.
So this time around, Charlie, and even they are also in the league. They are also playing. They are playing in the league, so they are competing. Yeah, so the South American boys has done really, really well in this competition. So it makes it looks, some way. But Botafogo has tried. They deserve to qualify because you can't beat PSG and you just, you got eliminated from the group just like that.
Winner. Libertadores winner.
You see,
the champions against champions.
Miano. So they deserve to qualify. But Atletico Madrid, they won 6 points. But Charlie, it go pain. 6 points and you are still not qualifying.
Yeah.
It go pain. But Charlie, they wasted 5 big chances. Atletico Madrid wasted 5 big chances. Antoine Griezmann scored, but Solot wasted a big chance. Julian Alvarez wasted a big chance, and then the penalty incident. Did you see the penalty incident?
Yeah.
I feel like if this was Europe, it would have been a penalty.
I didn't see.
Because of how the ball went. He touched the player first, and even after Julian Alvarez got the ball, his leg, the Botafogo player leg also tapped Julian Alvarez, his foot, the front foot. In Europe, it be foul or it be penalty because contact has been recorded.
There was a contact.
Yeah, even though football is a contact sport, but it is in a penalty box, and then there was the double contact. And I don't know, but the referee went to the VAR and then said, Charlie, this be soft and this is not a penalty. And up to now, the Atletico Madrid fans, they cry about the penalty and then the fact that Atletico Madrid deserved a penalty in the league. But you also had 5 big chances. And you couldn't convert all the 5 big chances. So it goes on a long way to say that because you wasted all those big chances, you got punished at the end of the day. So Atletico Madrid, 6 points and you still not qualify. Botafogo deserves to qualify. PSG also deserves to qualify more than Atletico Madrid because you don't stand there or you don't sit there for PSG to score you 4.
You're not serious.
Charlie, 4. It'd be too much. And that was the reason why they couldn't qualify because they won against Botafogo.
They consider a lot of goals.
Oh, Atletico Madrid.
Level against Botafogo.
Charlie.
They pass the side and run.
PSG.
The rest of the round 3 matches. Benfica, Bayern Munich.
Charlie. Very, very, very tough game. Charlie, that game, Chelsea people, we get interest for that. We get interest for that. Benfica, I said Bayern Munich. But, it doesn't look, highly possible because I don't know. Probably maybe because Charlie, if you go check the bookmakers, Charlie, Bayern Munich in money they high. So I don't know what is happening in back doors. Maybe they will do some. I don't know. I don't talk to them. Will sell the game, but maybe they will play their second best, or maybe they will give the boys.
How many second best? No.
Charlie, the second best crowd be Lawrence Sagne with the now remove. Charlie, they get quality. Yeah. They get quality. So, this game, but I still expect it to be a both team to score. Obviously, both team to score there, you go fit play. Both team to score there, you go fit play. But I expect Bayern Munich, it is highly possible that Bayern Munich will win and then get 9 points. Coming to the start of the, this tournament, when we are doing the pairings the TikTok people this week, I said that Bayern Munich will get 9 points and then it's expected, Bayern Munich 9 points against Benfica. I mean, but Benfica, Charlie, do something for Chelsea fans. Now, if they want money to, we go give you some small money. Do something against Bayern Munich that, you know.
And then when I watch Benfica G Europa League film in 2013, make them do what give you.
Oh, but this one,
what they make them do?
Benfica, if you do something,
more Champions League 20.
Evangelist Pavlidis, Karim Aktikoglu.
Man, Benfica or so.
Yes, almost.
Into the den of Munyama.
Charlie Aktikoglu. Munye Bibia Chelsea. Na yehu di eko.
Your team they Al Hilal.
Yeah, they are struggling. Too much is 2 points. And
Salzburg get 4 points.
Yeah.
Salzburg, they played them last match against Madrid. Al Hilal, they play against Pachuca. So before Al Hilal go qualify,
they for score Pachuca.
Madrid should beat Salzburg. And then they should beat Pachuca.
Yeah. And it's going to be very, very difficult. I mean, the ball Pachuca they play, Charlie.
Pachuca do a few
we're free, but yeah. Charlie, he has nothing to lose. Yeah. So they come in all out.
Or GOB or Probio and Nenebeko.
You understand? Yeah. Even yesterday's game, Porto, you know, Al Ali, they knew that one way or the other, the two of them, you know, Palmeiras and then Inter Miami was going to qualify. But
Palmeiras say Inter Miami, and Anka Al Hilal, Al Ali, Porto be 2-3.
So they were scoring, but
we shall know we at.
But I expect I expect the Pachuca Al Hilal game to be a very, very tough game.
It will be a very
tough game. And then if you get a chance, watch that game. Charlie, you go experience good football. Because Charlie, the Pachuca boys, very good football. Solomon Randon, John Kennedy, Charlie, very, very, very good football. Just that, you know, in the Madrid game, Courtois was, you know, very, very, very good. But I expect Al Hilal, I will give Al Hilal a slight chance, even though they are struggling.
Do you think Madrid will beat Salzburg?
Madrid is definitely going to beat Salzburg, even though I don't see Salzburg beating Madrid.
Because the Salzburg share Madrid. Now Al Hilal share Pachuca. Madrid are out.
Madrid is beat me every game. And the Madrid are coming in. We first score, then qualify. We first score, then qualify. Or how you say, maybe Madrid go chop second, then he go avoid either Juve or Man City.
Then go share that draw, then chop second. Jomo share that draw na 90 plus for now Salzburg. Chile. You dey come house with that too.
Charlie, that be why the tournament they be, you know. Charlie. The tournament is going to be a very, very, very deep, but you know it's going to be a very great game. Yeah. Al Hilal, I expect Al Hilal to win or get a slight chance ahead of Pachuca. Al Hilal, Charlie, people for do something. I mean,
then make you talk this group, the group F, the only African team who get a potential to qualify.
Yeah,
be Mamelodi
Sundowns.
So Mamelodi already play against Dortmund and Ulsan Hyundai. They beat Ulsan by 1-0. We didn't lose against Dortmund 4-3. So my last match against Fluminense. Fluminense they top 4 points. Dortmund they second 4 points. Sundowns they take 3 points. Ulsan Hyundai get 0. They're already come out. So Sundowns, if they're able to beat Fluminense, they are qualifying. If they draw against Fluminense, they are out. So they need a win.
They need a must win.
So if they draw against Fluminense, it means they're out. Because Dortmund already have the goal difference advantage over them.
Yeah.
Sundowns should be Fluminense.
Yeah.
Sure say go fi happen.
Charlie, it'd be hard to say go fi happen. But I mean it's football. And Sundowns looking at the ball they are playing, even against Dortmund. I watched that game, Teboho Mekwena. You know, there is this guy, Matthews. He is Dortmund, he was a Dortmund Matthews, academy boy. He used to play ball. So Motiba is also there, Rubello, the Brazilian striker, Charlie. So they can. I mean, they can. So
I even think they will.
Yeah, they should come all in out. Charlie, put all you have on the table. It is a must win for you because Fluminense, if they draw against you, they are qualifying.
Up a draw, Keke.
Up a 1 point, they don't qualify. Up a 3 points. So come all in out against Fluminense, and you can do that. Sundowns, you can do it. Charlie, Africa, and I sincerely believe that they can do that. Even though I think it will be very hard.
It will be very difficult.
It will be very difficult. But I sincerely think that in deep within me, I still feel like Sundowns can do something against Fluminense because if you can score 3 goals against Dortmund, it will be 4-3 against Dortmund. Charlie, you go fit do something against Fluminense because Fluminense
Dortmund themselves failed to score against
Fluminense. Yeah, that was also a very tough game.
Fluminense against Ulsan, they came from behind to defeat them.
Yeah.
2 goals down to win 4-2.
So Fluminense has not been that great as compared to the other, South American teams, the Botafogos, the Flamingos, the Palmeiras. So you see, aside, all in between, no, not in between, I'm looking for a word. All the Brazilian teams, amongst the Brazilian teams, Fluminense are kind of, short in terms of performances. So I expect Sundowns to come all lean out for this particular game. If you win, you are qualifying. If you draw, you are out of the competition. If you lose, you are out of the competition. Sundowns, Charlie, I am at your back, Charlie. You go fit do something. Do something for the African continent. I mean, they are the only team that can do something. Yeah,
because
for Africa.
That already out, Alali out, Esperance looks likely. It does, unless they beat Chelsea. They beat Chelsea and they make sure the Flamingo, Los Angeles also Flamingo beats Los Angeles
before they can qualify.
Chelsea by like 2 or 3 goals. Else they won't qualify. Yeah. So it looks on paper they have a chance, but on the field it looks likely any of the 3 African teams are going to get qualifications. So Sundowns
are the only hope.
Yes, they are going to bring glory to Africa by qualifying to the next round of the competition. And lastly, River Plate against Inter Milan.
Last game. River Plate against Charlie, tough game.
River Plate get 4 points, Inter Milan get 4 points, Monterrey get 2, Royal Race get 0. Monterrey against Royal Race, if Monterrey are able to win their last game, they get 5 points.
5 points.
And if River Plate draw Inter Milan, it means River Plate and Inter Milan will qualify. It depends on the scoreline of the Monterrey game. So it means River Plate will need a draw. They just need a draw to qualify against Inter Milan. Inter, if Monterrey are to win by 2 goals or more, and Inter should beat River Plate. And Inter doesn't beat River Plate.
And it is likely that Monterrey will win
against Royal Race.
Yeah, it is likely.
It's likely.
So Inter, Charlie, the draw safe. If you draw,
if Inter draw, when Monterrey win, Inter out. It means Monterrey will be first.
Charlie, Champions League semi-finalist.
River Plate will be second, and then Inter will be third.
Champions League semi-finalist. This is bad. So it means that Inter Milan must win.
And I'm saying this again. Inter won't beat River Plate.
Good.
Because River Plate won't be eliminated in the group stage. But Inter won't beat River Plate. So Inter should hope and pray that Urawa Reds can hold Monterrey for them. If it doesn't happen that way, then it should be a different Inter Milan team. If it's not a different Inter Milan team, it means Inter Milan won't be able to qualify to the round 16 of the competition.
Very, very shocking. It will be very shocking.
Yeah, it'll be shocking to the world, but not shocking to me.
Atletico Madrid out. Inter Milan, a Champions League semi-finalist, also out.
Atletico Madrid out. Shocking.
No, the Europe, one of the biggest European teams in Europe.
And one of the biggest European teams, the biggest teams in South America.
In South America.
But I forgot the defending champions of the Copa Libertadores.
Yeah.
And Pacho, Atletico Madrid will play as Tamuano, Julian Alvarez, if you Copa Libertadores.
Yeah, if you River Plate in the back.
Moment for this, Argentina playing friends.
Rodrigo Di Paul.
Jimenez, so they had the quality before you went to buy them. You have the money, they have the quality. So that doesn't mean you are better than them. I've always said this: if you want quality players, you go straight. Maybe a talent one. You go Brazil,
and that's why
Brazil, not Africa. Talent one, and that's you have the money to push them and then bring them to your league to make your league very beautiful, enticing, competitive. And yes, they are better.
And that's why anytime they meet the European teams, they try to prove something.
Anytime
they meet you, if they watch me, if you be viewer where they watch me. Check it very well. Anytime a big South American side meet a big European side, check the ball the South American.
If I tell you to mention who are your greatest 5 players in the history of football, mention 5.
Ronaldo, Messi.
Who is Ronaldo?
Cristiano Ronaldo,
okay.
Messi.
Okay.
I will bring in Ronaldo da Lima,
okay.
Ronaldinho, possibly, and then maybe Marco van Basten or Maradona.
Pele.
Yeah, Pele is also. But it's like
South Americans are foul.
So yes, Ronaldinho, Maradona, Messi,
Ronaldo, and never Basten out there.
South American football.
So football is South America. So the fact that you don't have the opportunity to watch this South American team, so the fact that you see maybe Palmeiras playing against City in the finals, maybe Madrid playing against Palmeiras, Fluminense against. And then they lose. Doesn't mean said that way because Mark of our top players that season. So you have the quality because you've been able to spend and take their top players there. But they are replacing these top players day in and day out. And you are going there to pick those top players. How many teams from South America will come to England and say, for his player? No. So they have the quality, you go there and then you pick them. So that doesn't mean that they are not good enough. They will compete with you and tell you that's not born anymore. But just because of 1 or 2 reasons, they have more Nyema in Europe. That is why you're able to beat us. But this competition, it is time for them to sell themselves out.
This competition is time.
Because almost all Pesca,
they have waited.
The owners want the players to go and show who they are. The players want to show who they are so that they can get bigger teams, move to Europe,
go and make money.
Yes. Also moving from Palmeiras and come to Atletico Madrid and tell them, say, now born here Nimbo. You understand? So that is why you are seeing these South Americans playing like that.
And it looks like the South American teams, they have been cooking down there.
Yeah.
And they have been waiting for this opportunity to showcase. So they have this opportunity and the weather is also favoring them. So I will not be even shocked to see a South American side in the final of this competition or even in the semi-final with 2 South American teams in the semi-final of this competition. Because Charlie Cookie were down there and they have waited for this opportunity to showcase their talent. So Charlie, they do well. The South American teams are doing well in this competition.
Okay, so this we are with the wrap up, the review preview of the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup match day 3. We've already have 4 teams qualified to the round 16 of the competition. So the rest of the match will bring you details as far as that is concerned. We are hoping to see Inter Milan, the European finalists, qualify into the finals or into the round 16 of the competition. If that happens, that Inter are unable to qualify, it means you are going to have another European team, another European giant being eliminated in the group stages of the competition. They have a chance to salvage themselves against a very solid River Plate side from the Argentinian league. So that is what is going to happen as far as the competition is concerned. This is the Gajio Podcast. My name is Jerry. I did this with my man Kobo.